Hello out there to you. In this video, we're going to solve for how many units of output a profit maximizing monopolist should produce, and what price should they choose, and how much profit will they make, just as a proof. So what we're going to do is we want to find where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. So we've already given marginal cost is 5. I've already copied all of this information over to here. And I guess I want that to be like centered. So I'm going to change the alignment to center. And then these are of course in money units. So we'll change that to money. Okay, so total revenue. This is going to be price times quantity. So I'm going to tell Google Sheets how to do that. Actually, it looks like it already knows what I'm doing. So I hit equals and it's be price. And then I hit the star key on my keyboard, price times quantity. And since 9 times 10 would be 90, looks like it's filling it in for me. And I just copied the formula down there. Okay. Now we want to know what marginal revenue is, and you will see this in a lot of problems just as MR. And sometimes as you'll see this as TR. And since I'm at it, sometimes you'll see that as Q, although it thinks it's smarter than me there. And sometimes you'll see that as just P, okay? And again, I like it when they're centered. Okay, so marginal revenue is the difference in revenue or the additional revenue, but divided by the additional quantity. So I'm going to write a formula like that. So it's going to be this minus this. Looks like it knows what I'm doing, but I need to put it in parentheses. And I do that because I'm going to be dividing by something else, and I don't want it to mess up what I'm doing. So then it would be the denominator is the change in quantity. And you can see what I'm doing. I'm just filling in parentheses, put that in parentheses, hit enter, and it's actually going to do the whole calculation for me. Okay. Now down here, this makes sense. You'll notice it's negative, and that's because total revenue is decreasing. Total revenue is maximized when the firm produces 45 units, or probably somewhere in between there, but right there, 225 is the most total revenue we can make. It's not the profit maximizing though. So to find profit maximizing, I'm just going to go down and say to myself, if the marginal revenue is 8 and marginal cost is 7, should I produce it? The answer is yes. Marginal revenue is higher than marginal cost. I should produce it, but then I should stop there. So the answer to this question is that a profit maximizing monopolist should produce 16 units. And now what price should they charge? They should not charge $6.33. They should follow that back over to the price, and we're going to charge a price of $8. Okay. Now to prove that to you, let's see what profit is. So let's calculate total cost, and total cost is going to be the fixed cost, which they're telling me, which is 40. And then times the marginal cost times the quantity. Okay, and actually that's not a times, that's a plus. So $40, I made a mistake there, $40 is the fixed cost. And then each additional unit that we produce costs us $5 each. So those are our variable costs there. So the total cost of producing 5 units would be 65. Because we're producing 5 units at $5 each, and then adding that to 40. And it sees what I'm doing, so I can trust it there. Okay, so that's our total cost. And then if I want to know profit, often we write profit with a pi symbol, and I don't know where that is on Google Sheets. Now that I'm here, I'm sure it's somewhere up in here. No, those are functions. Well, I'm sure they have an insert. You can insert an emoji, so maybe there's a profit emoji that I'm not aware of, but I'm just going to write out profit. Okay, and so profit is whatever our total revenue is minus our total cost. So for producing there, we lose 15. Okay, and then it copied that all the way down. So if I produce 31 units, I'm actually losing $9. If I keep producing to the revenue maximizing point, then I'm losing money too. because my costs are going up. That's what's going on here. I'm getting less productive. And so the most profit I can produce would be $8 for whatever time period. That's a quantity of 16, and that's consistent with what we were doing there. So a total profit of $8 would be made facing this monopolist.